Hello YouTube, Lytbringr here, and this video has me kind of excited. Not because it really affects me at all, or you guys, I just really thought it was interesting. Okay, so a little preface for this one. I finished recording all of Fractured But Whole. Those videos are coming up 3 times a week. And I was like, okay, so what game do I want to do as my first new game project of 2018? I was thinking maybe doing Darksiders. That one might be fun to do. Prototype 1, that one might be fun to do. I've got the remasters of both on the Xbox One. I got them during Thanksgiving, just haven't touched them yet. I have the strat guide for the original Darksiders, so I thought that might be fun to see if the remaster is faithful enough that I can use an old walkthrough, or did they add stuff? And I thought that might be kind of fun to do. And then I was trolling around the Xbox One things we want backwards compatible, and there was a game on there that I remember playing, and it was really good. It was an action RPG, it had really good RPG elements, it had a good plot. Pretty much the overall plot is, in a fantasy world, elves are immortal. When they die, they just reincarnate as themselves. No, resurrect. They resurrect. But right now, the normally peaceful elves are like, we want to cause the extinction of all humanity. And when you have an immortal army fighting a not-so-immortal army, eventually bad things happen for the not-so-immortal army. Until you come along, and you have the ability to kill immortals, and that's really awesome, and there's plot behind it, and there's story. And the publisher was EA, back when EA wasn't trying to pull microtransactions out of their butt for everything, and I hate where gaming seems to be going with the microtransactions. Sell me a good game, and then tell me you're selling other stuff. I'll play your game and buy it, just not this, I'm gonna sell you half a game, and then sell you, like, the other half of the game for another 20 or 30 bucks. Just charge me the full game, and I will keep coming back. Warframe shows us that. Division shows us that. Free is good. People staying to play your game is better. Tangent. So where we're going with this is the game was published by EA. The script and the story was written by R.A. Salvatore, which, if you don't know, he's a big author in the D&D universe, like writes books, writes some campaigns, has created some of the most well-known characters in Wizards of the Coast's D&D universe. So what went wrong? Why did the game practically fail before it was even released? Why did the company have to go bankrupt? It's because Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning came out the same time as Skyrim. And any of you that plays a video game knows that pretty much the couple of months before, and probably the 6 months after Skyrim came out, all anyone was playing was either Skyrim or whichever the latest shooter was. So if another RPG came out at the same time, it was looked upon as, oh, it's just trying to cash in on that RPG money. And nobody got it. And the people that did get it were like, oh my gosh, this game's amazing, but there weren't enough. So the company went bankrupt. EA still owns the publishing rights, so if they want to make a remaster, they could release it, but they can't make it. So who owns the rights? Why haven't we seen... Because I played Skyrim, and then I played this, and this game was amazing, but by the time I played it, and we're talking like, I got for Christmas the same year Skyrim came out, so we're talking a few months. The company was already bankrupt. They owned the creative rights, meaning if you want to make any changes, you want to make a patch, you want to do anything to the game other than just sell it, they need to sell it to you. They have the rights to that. EA can sell it, but they're the only ones that can make the changes. But when they went bankrupt, those creative rights were up in the air. So who currently has them? Who got them when the company went bankrupt? And that's what this video is for, because I think the story is really, really weird. The creative rights for Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning are currently owned by the United States state of Rhode Island. EA tried to buy it from Rhode Island, and Rhode Island stubbornly said no. Other developers and other publishers have also approached Rhode Island and said, hey, we would love to take that off your hands since, you know, you're a state. What are you going to do with it? We know better, and it really looks like a good IP. We want it. It looks like if Skyrim hadn't been around, the game would have really gotten some tread going. Rhode Island keeps saying no. I didn't even know any of this until I was thinking, hey, I'll do that game. It's a little known gem. Not as many people played it as should have. So I went to look for it on... I just Googled if it was backwards compatible or if it had a remaster. And on the EA forums, people keep accusing EA, hey, make it again. Re-release it for Xbox One. And the EA admins and monitors and all that, not official spokesmen, but guys that do know what's going on are like, guys, we can't. Rhode Island owns it. And you're like, Rhode Island, why aren't you selling it? I mean, they got it through bankruptcy, which means somebody already owes them money. So when guys come with money, I mean, usually when you go bankrupt, everything you own goes to the bank or the state, and it's either held until you pay for it, like you only had 3 or 4 payments left to make on your new car. They're like, hey, pay us, you get your car back plus whatever fees and all that jazz. Bank stuff. Or after X amount of time, they auction it off to try and recoup that money. They haven't done either. And people have come forward with money that say, hey, we want this. Rhode Island, are you stupid? You're sitting on a video game franchise, potentially a franchise. Why don't you give it to someone that can use it and make money? Are they afraid that they'll sell it for, say, $500,000 and then the game will go on to become like the next Skyrim and make billions in its first couple of years, and they'll have sold it for too little and kick themselves in the butt? I mean, I get that, but I'd much rather have a little money than no money because I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe they, behind the scenes, are in talks with EA and the guys who originally made the game, and they're like, hey, we get like 70% of the profit. EA can pay to publish it. They can still do what they're doing. You guys just need to make a sequel or re-release it or remaster it, but we get all the profit. Rhode Island could make some money off of that with very little cost to them, other than just they've been sitting on it for this whole time. Like, why? So I thought that was a really cool story. A state owns a video game franchise and doesn't want to let go of it and doesn't want to do anything with it. So, if any of you guys online find out more info about this or other games like this where the company went bankrupt and before a publisher or another developer could get their hands on it, the state or a bank owns it. I would love to find out that, like, a Swiss bank owns, I don't know, some game I've never even heard of because the guy went bankrupt or the person that owned the rights passed away and didn't leave the game to anyone in their will. So the bank currently just in a safe deposit box somewhere has a little thumb drive with all of the code for a game. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know if there are any games you'd like me to do. Fractured But Whole, I think I just uploaded episode 24 today. 23 or 24. There's only another couple of weeks worth of content for me to upload for that. So what's gonna be the next game? I don't know. Should I take a break? Should I do a new game? Let me know. I would love to get ahead of the curve on that one. Stay safe, stay warm, lights out.